I done stopped months, 2 months, then I get to thinking about something, something might trigger it. Man, I'm gonna go get high a little bit, but then I can stop too.
So what are some of your triggers?
My trigger is, my wife died in my arms, my childhood sweetheart.
Sitting lonely in my room again.
If I don't want to get in trouble, I'm not getting in trouble. I'm gonna put it that way.
Right. So let's talk about your incarceration, because you said you was, locked up back to back. What was it that made you keep going back to jail?
Because I didn't care about shit, and I was still trying to make up for losing my wife.
With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight.
Yo, what's up everybody? We out here in the middle of the struggle, and we out in Chester today. You guys usually see me out in Kensington, but I gotta show love everywhere. I met a very nice brother while I'm out here. What's your name, brother?
My name is Samad Carter.
Nice to meet you, Samad.
Yeah.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 54 years old, man.
Yo, he don't look like 54, don't he, right?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to, maintain this goodness.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's a struggle, you know what I mean? Brother like me was just released from prison, and a lot of things is hard. And I'm trying to just do it the right way without fucking nothing up. Originally, I'm from Philly, but I was living in Baltimore.
Okay, so how long you been back down in Philly now?
Couple weeks, not even a month yet.
Before we go any further, bro, how was your childhood like growing up?
Oh, I had a beautiful childhood. It wasn't no negativity or none of that. I chose to take the path I took. Nobody persuaded me or none of that. I chose to take that path. I liked it, a fast life, fasting. I'm highly educated and all of that. It's just that I like the streets. You know what I mean? The streets called me and I went running.
Let's talk about your household. Did you grow up with your mom and dad?
My dad wasn't in my house, but my mother was. My dad only lived around the corner though. It didn't make a difference. Yeah, I had a relationship until he passed away. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. So
that was like my best friend too.
Yeah, that's tough. How old was you when he passed?
When he passed, I was about 35.
35.
Me and my father had a nice relationship.
Well,
there was
God
never
bless.
no problems or none of that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So how many children were in your household besides you?
It was 4 of us in the house, but I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
How many?
I have about 20.
What job did your mom do?
My mom used to be a nurse, a home health aide rather.
And what about
right
you?
now? She's elderly, and I just found out she got stage 4 cancer, and it really bothers me.
Yeah. Let's pray for his mom, everybody. So tell us about some memories in your life that was happy that you can remember. Happy.
Basically, all of them with my family was happy. Especially like, one time, right? I lived in Jersey too, so around the Christmas time, we made a hole in the bathroom so we could see downstairs where the Christmas tree was with all the presents, right? That's how I knew what I had the night before or before that, because I'm watching them, we in there watching them bag shit up. And I'm like, yo, I got a bike, yeah. I got that racing set I wanted. Oh, I'm good now.
Yeah. What type of student were you in school?
Oh, I was a very intelligent ABC school in school. You know what I mean? I even though I might have been running crazy or whatever while I was in school, I still graduated.
Nice.
And I never got suspended from school and none of that. That's a beautiful thing.
So were you involved in any like school activities?
Yeah, I used to play basketball at first in middle school, but then I was good, I just was short. So they're gonna take the tall guys, because they could slam or whatever, but none of them deal with me on the court. I'm fast, I'm still fast, and I still shoot them motherfuckers lights out.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Don't sleep on them. When you was in school, you had any favorite subject?
My favorite subject was English and science.
Oh, beautiful. So which one you dislike?
Well, it took me a while to really get to liking math, because going through all them stages and you got to remember this and all that, man, that was getting on my motherfucking nerves. That there, But one hobby I had when I was younger, I love the roller skate, and I'm good, even till this day.
Oh, okay, you hear him? He's talking. You know, like he got it, so don't sleep.
Oh, I got it. He might see it one time. My son even taking after me with that. He real good.
Awesome. So what was the highest level of education you completed?
I graduated high school and I got like a year in college.
What do you do after college?
I didn't even stay long because I had ran to the streets. You know, I was doing my thing.
Okay, so let's talk about the streets real quick. What were you doing in the streets?
I wasn't doing nothing but getting a bunch of money at a young age. Then, when them letter boys start asking questions about me, I started getting high. It wasn't to the point where, as though, one thing I'll say is, I never stole from my family. Whereas though other people can put that in their story, I can't put that in my story because that never happened.
And you know, with that, we would never judge our brothers and sisters who steal because we know it's not them.
I wouldn't judge them neither because it's the addiction.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's the addiction. Now, I didn't say I didn't get other people or establishments or something. You know what I mean? Certain times to feed my addiction after I'm out there hustling too, getting high. But then when I mess up a little bit of that money and I got to get that re-up, hey, got to do what I got to do.
Heard that. So what was the first drug you tried?
Marijuana.
Okay. And was that like a peer pressure thing?
No, it wasn't.
What was it?
I just liked it.
Who introduced you to it?
I used to steal my uncles and them, nobody. I used to steal my uncles and them marijuana, the half of joints out of the ashtray when I was young. You know what I mean?
Right.
I go to my uncle's house to play. We watching football or boxing. I'm sitting in the basement with them. You know what I mean? I'm in one little spot there and there is smoking their weed, talking about the game. Then we in there wrestling, boxing or whatever. And then as soon as they turn their head, I might snatch the big roach out the ashtray.
Right.
Snatch a couple of them up. Then I go dip off, learn how to roll, or just light it like that. And I was good. I was a rebellious teenager at some certain point.
Okay. So after marijuana, what was the next drug you tried?
Cocaine.
And how were you introduced to that?
By myself.
So you did a lot.
Because what it was, nobody introduced me to getting high. I introduced myself. Like I said, when them letter boys started asking questions, because I was into a little bit of white collar shit too. I can't speak about that.
Right.
But yeah, and then once I found out they was looking for me, you know, I'm a young boy, I'm shook. You know what I mean? I was when I started fucking with that, I was in my 20s.
Okay.
Not earlier. I was in my 20s. To be precise, I was about 24 to 26.
Okay, all right. So after the coke, what was the next drug you progressed to?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
And out here currently, what drugs are you struggling with?
Right now, none.
Okay, so you were able to get yourself off the coke and stuff?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
And what it was is, it didn't control me, I controlled it. That's one thing I was always taught. Don't let something control you, you control it. You know what I mean? So whereas though, if you would have never got high with me and looking at me, you would never know I got high the way I dress. Because I'm not going to be down.
Yeah.
I got a family and I got other people whereas though I'm trying to, it was a facade, but I had to keep it up. I might have got smaller, but you will not see me fucked up.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
So you basically like cold turkey yourself off it?
Yeah, I can do it and I can't.
Okay.
Cause see, I done went times where I never even went to jail. Most times I go to jail, I stop, don't have no craving for nothing. Come home, it might take me 3 or 4 months to even get high because something would trigger it.
Right.
If something don't trigger it, I'm not even worrying about it.
Yeah. So what are some of your triggers?
My trigger is, my wife died in my arms, my childhood sweetheart. 17 and a half years. When she died in my arms, I didn't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was on a destruction course. And by God's will, I didn't destruct.
Yeah, I'm sorry about.
And I'm happy about that part. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry about what happened to her, man.
Yeah.
What happened? You mind talking about that?
My wife had acid reflux. She had a surgery and one of her lungs collapsed during the surgery and she told them, do not tell me. Because I'm up there every day, all day, most of the time, besides when I got to step out, check on the kids, whatever. Then, when I brought her home, August 31st, 2002, She died in my arms. She took her last breath at 11:05 a.m. And from that time on, until just recently, I started back thinking rationally, because I was thinking irrationally. I didn't care about nothing. I done been to prison back to back to back to back to back to back to back after that. You know what I mean? Because it was to the point where as though you wouldn't have been able to talk to me right now if I was still in that mind state. Because of the simple fact, I didn't give a fuck. I don't care what nobody think about me. I'm worrying about me now. My best friend is gone.
Yeah.
And in that same year, I lost 3 very important people to me. First, it was my father. Then it was my daughter's mother, my other best friend. Then my wife in my arms. That ain't gonna make a motherfucker be like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
This shit is, man, look.
I'm sorry you had all those laws, man. You're a very strong guy to still be continuing on and being positive. You know, that's not easy.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and now I could say something about it, but before I couldn't for a very, very long time. But I'm like I said, I'm a work in progress, taking it step by step.
Absolutely. So can you say your wife's name and something nice about her?
Her name is Kelly Ann Hester, and I love her to the moon and back till this day. Nobody will ever take her place in my heart.
That's absolutely right.
And I really mean that, because can't no other woman after she passed say that I was really with them. No. You think you with me? No, I got this girl and that girl.
Got you. So what's 24 hours out here look like for you now, brother?
It's all right. I know how to. If I don't want to get in trouble, I'm not getting in trouble. I'm gonna put it that way.
Right. So let's talk about your incarceration, because you said you was, locked up back to back. What was it that made you keep going back to jail?
Because I didn't care about shit, and I was still trying to make up for losing my wife, and I didn't care about nothing. That's like, if it came to my mind, we get some more money, go get fucked up. I can have a pocket full of money and I do dumb shit like that for no apparent reason.
So what were some of your charges?
My charges, I had robbery and burglars.
Okay. And what was the longest time you served?
Longest time I did was like about 8.5, 9 years.
For those who haven't experienced incarceration,
it's nothing nice.
What are the pros and the cons?
There is no pros and cons with incarceration. It's all negative. It's not no place for nobody to be. I wouldn't even wish it on my enemy. And whereas though this is freedom, when you there, they tell you when to eat, when to shit, when to wash your ass, and when to go to bed, and when to get up. That's not good. I'm a grown man. How the fuck somebody younger than me, one of my sons or daughters' age, telling me you can't do that? Man, listen.
Right.
But
So while you was there, what do you do with your time?
A lot of times I got a lot of trades. I'm a brick mason, but my hand is messed up, so I can't do nothing. I got forklift certification, flagging certification, culinary arts. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, I put some use to shit.
Okay. What was the first thing you did when you got out?
Eat some real food.
How did the system send you home? How did you come home?
On my own.
Did they ain't give you money?
No.
A place to stay?
No. I'm in a halfway house. Instead of sending me back to Baltimore, they put me there, and then they can't even help me with my mental health stuff or none of that. But it's all good. I'm still gonna maintain.
What life lessons that you have learned from these tough times that you can share with the next generation?
As long as you keep faith in the Lord or law or whoever you may call him, and maintain sanity, anything is possible.
Okay.
Even with our backgrounds and misfortunes. Because now they trying to start to try to help us a little bit with a little bit more stuff being a little bit more lenient. Like back in the day, jokers didn't know about that bonding, whereas though a company get bonded to hire ex-felon. A few of us knew about it, but a lot of them didn't. And then some of the companies didn't, but when you bring it up to them, they like, no, we don't want to deal with that. You're an ex-convict. That's like when they check your background. That's past. Somebody's trying to move forward. If I'm sitting in this spot trying to get a job, why are you gonna deny me when, if you deny me, that's telling me, go ahead back out there and do what you was doing. They got you incarcerated. You see what I'm saying? It's a big change. Change gonna come, and I'm trying to make it change.
When you came back out to the real world, how were you treated by society?
It was a little strenuous, but then I sat back and thought about it like, listen, you can't rush into stuff like you used to do when you come home. Because when I used to come home, if I didn't get help for something right away, I'm going to the best thing I know, these streets. And then that's going to lead to another charge, this, that, and the third. It's how you say it?
A domino effect?
It's a domino effect, ongoing process. I experienced it too many times, and that's not, you know, before I didn't want to think about it because I was still foggy and stagnated about my wife, but opening my eyes and you can see clearly.
Right. Brother, if you can do anything different in your life, what will you do?
What would I do? Not be incarcerated. That's the only thing. Everything else is by God's and law's will. It was decreed before I even knew about it. Okay. Even the incarcerations, but I'd have did things differently, whereas though I wouldn't have been back to back. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't even worry about it.
What are you grateful for today?
My life. I was shot 7 inches from my heart as a young boy, and I'm proud to be alive. I'm blessed.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my mother and my children and grandchildren. I love them all.
Okay. Do you follow any religious belief?
Right now I'm following I know it's somebody else up there just watching over me. Because if he wasn't watching over me, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you and you wouldn't know nothing of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
okay, you know guys, so you heard it from the man himself. That was very impactful. His words was definitely felt, and I hope you guys can take something from there and it resonate and, you know, help make a difference in your life. I want to tell the brother thank you so much for his time, and we wish him all the best, and we'll continue to, you know, follow him on his journey and see, you know, his story, how it's going to play out. So brother, before I roll out, is there anything that you're in need of that we can help you with, bro?
Right now, no, because I applied for my SSD and it's coming through now. Stages, I tried it before, but I always would get stagnated after one phone call. Now I done made it past a phone call and got a lawyer. So all I got to do now is fall back like Bobby Womack. You feel me?
Okay, guys, so yeah, man, AML Films, and we out there. Remember, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, peace out.
Peace.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do.